Happy morning, guys. Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us and thanks for listening. And this is a podcast where we talk about happiness, success, full potential. Not from a point of ego, or not from a point that we know more than everybody else, or not from a point of pitching or elevating an offer to sell you, but from a point of really and truly trying to help based on not more so the wins we have made in life, but more so the pitfalls that we have made, the failures, the mistakes, the lessons we have learned, because we somehow was blessed with either the intuition or the clarity of mind to come out here early in the game at an early stage in life and try stuff and do stuff. And there's nothing. That's why you see sometimes when, or most times, or all the time, when companies or corporations or institutions want people to do stuff, they want people with experience. Because not that you're not as bright as these people, but there's nothing like someone who has seen it before, someone who has walked the road. So I have this privilege and this blessing of having walked a lot of roads early in life because of my determination and my desire and my lack of fear and the confidence that I had in myself to put myself out there and to try stuff and to do stuff. Win massively at some, fail colossally at some. And from those set of events over my life, I have amassed a pile of knowledge. And it so happened that I am someone who believe in empowering others, who believe in sharing my journey, my process, who believe in motivation, inspiration, and personal development. Therefore, I take the time out. I am particularly intentional in documenting my journey mentally and physically, and trying to use that to help others to learn from my mistakes or model my successes, knowing that, as Muhammad said, that it takes a man about 75 years to learn how to live on his own. By that time he's almost dead. So if you want to learn how to live, you're better off standing on someone else's shoulder, learning from somebody else that has done it before. And that is what all great people have done. That's how success is molded. Because by the time you done figuring this thing out all by yourself, so many different external conditions could just blow it up, and you put yourself in a position where you could have gone much further, but the learning curve proved to be too steep and you make mistakes that you didn't have to make. And so this morning I wanted to rap with you about one of the pillars of personal development, of this industry, of this thing that started with the Bible, because the Bible is the mother of all personal development, teaching ideas. Everything that we now teach in this space is rooted in the Bible. I'm not telling you to be a Christian, to believe in the Bible or whatever, but what we talk about here, what we are harping on, what we're trying to convey, the way to live, all started, or it's all laid out in the Bible. Because of different circumstances in life, because of the changes in how people do things, and because society has evolved in many different ways, then we have to find different ways to rework that content. It's the same thing fundamentally, but in order to break it down and to make it more user-friendly, for want of a better word, people have their own spin on it. And this is necessary because, as Martha Graham said, that there's a life force, there's a quickening, there's an energy that translate through you into what you do and what you say. And because you are unique, that expression is unique, and you attract people who have this unexplainable, for want of a better word, attraction or relativeness to you, for want of a better word again. So, for example, we all have our favorite singers if we're into that stuff, or favorite players, or somebody that we just prefer. Like, we respect the others, but we prefer this person. And oftentimes we get into a debate over who is better and all that stuff. But in real terms, we know that our favorite singer doesn't necessarily have the best voice, but there's something about them that we love. And somebody might ask you, why is it that you like Beyonce, or why is it that you like Michael Jackson, or why is it that you like that? And you're like, they're this and they're that, and you're trying to explain it. While you can come up with a couple of points, deep down, there's something that you can't even explain. There's just something that you didn't choose, but it attracts you to them. And it's the same way people who practice in this space, practitioners, people who do this type of stuff, have their people that they resonate with. And everybody is entitled to who they resonate with. And therefore, we have many different people teaching this thing and giving their different opinions on it. But one thing that I've been doing lately, I've been trying to just step back for a little, to reflect a little, to maybe shed some deeper light and go in a little deeper on some of the fundamentals that we often take for granted. You know, there's a lot of biases in the human experience. When we are good at something and we're teaching it, we automatically tend to think that the other person should just pick it up because we have been doing it for 50 years and it's muscle memory. Then we want to think that you don't see why this person is not getting that. This is so simple, but really and truly, that's not how it works. We all have different aptitude for different things. I remember back in school, I had a math teacher who was just they just come and repeat the information. No special way of conveying a message to help us understand it. He wasn't the best teacher, and great guy, but he just wasn't that type of person who could impart the knowledge well, who could break it down well so most people understand it. But a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, who was in the class, he got it the minute the guy spoke. He just picked it up, he could figure it out, he could work it out. He's always getting it right. And 90% of the class just didn't get it. And that happened because he has this aptitude for it. We all have different abilities that we're born in, and that's proven. That's not even an opinion. You know, you have some people who are good with their hands, and even in a deeper way, you have some people who will take a plant, put it in the earth, and just grow. And you have some people who can't get a plant to grow at all. And you know, you hear them talking about some people have a green thumb and all that stuff. That stuff is real. Anyway, oftentimes in this space we see things as, you know, a given. So people should understand this. So we speak in a broad sense. And I've been kind of looking out for that many times. I've been, whatever content, I consume a lot of content online, and I read a lot of books, and it is common for people to go broad. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to have this, you need to have that. And many times, if someone doesn't have any exposure to that area, any previous exposure to that area, they pretty much don't know what you're talking about. They're still lost because we have broader, higher level concept that they don't know how to make it relatable to their daily life. And one of the things I want to pick on today and talk about is one of the pillars of personal development, which is mindset. And this is a great injustice is been done to people when it comes on to talking about mindset and helping people with mindset. So everybody's telling people that it's about mindset. It's all about the mind. You gotta have the right mindset. You know, it's just how you think. Most people don't know what they're talking about. Meaning, most people who are they're talking to don't know how to actually put this into practice. And we must understand that what we're telling people to do, or what we're trying to get people to do, or the effective way to get through to somebody, or to get someone to move, is not to try to sell them a one-shot deal, because life is not run on a one-shot deal. You can't buy an exercise equipment and you go on it for 3 days and it's all solved for you in terms of your weight and your physical agility or your fitness. It doesn't work that way. And that is common. Everybody has, 95% of people have tried to diet, have tried to exercise, have tried to make money, have tried to think better, have tried to be kind. Like we see short bursts of that in life all the time, because people generally knows what to do. We all are, we were taught what right from wrong since grade 4. Like everything else is just an extension of that. The kids know what is right from wrong early in life. It doesn't feel right. They don't like it. It's not socially accepted. You know that really quickly. So people know. The information we're trying to talk about all the time in order to get us to move and to change our lives, it's not new stuff. It's just that people can't do it over a sustained period of time. So it just never gets to become a part of their life. We think that we can will our way into stuff, but over time, when you make the analysis, you realize that willpower is seriously unreliable. It's not so reliable. You cannot rely on making yourself do something, because it really doesn't work. And this is an example that I use often. And I was telling my wife about something she was trying to do, and I told her that the most important thing to know, and I've said it on this podcast many times, the most important thing to know is that the way you feel when you say you are going to do the thing, the way you feel when the boss is at your neck, you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, you just can't stand this career anymore, this job is killing you, the way you feel when you go up the stairs and you feel so overweight and winded and you're hot because you have too much weight on, the way you feel when you try to go out into the store and your kid is crying for something and you can't afford it, the way you feel when the debt collectors are calling you and there's no money and you want to just change your life, that feeling that you get, or after you've listened to something inspirational and you say, yes, that's what my life needs, the way you feel then, in that moment, will not be the way you feel when it is time for you to take action in the direction of the change that you want. I will say that again. The way that you're feeling when all these things happen, those stimulus that make you want to move and change and do something different, the way you feel at that point in time will not be the same feeling that you get when it comes on to the time when you are to take those uncomfortable, unusual actions. You're going to feel differently. And your ability to do it will be based on how you manage your mental processes. So this morning I want to touch on the idea that mindset is underexplained. It's not fully ventilated so the average person can understand what it means to have the right mindset. I'm just going to break it down for you. So, Tony Robbins said this, and it is full on truth. He says that success is 80% mindset and 20% mechanics. The mechanics is everywhere. Easy. You can learn it in 6 months. The rest of it is mindset. What is mindset? What does it mean to have the right mindset? Let's break it down in areas and pick any area you want. But to have the right mindset about something, meaning it means that the thought processes that you have are fully aligned with a proven way to get to the end goal that you want to get. For example, let's say that you have desires to drive a luxury car, live in a luxury home, earn $5 million a year. And you want to do that coming from $50,000 a year, living in a 2-bedroom apartment, driving a regular economy sedan. What is the mindset that will take you from where you are to where you want to be? Well, first, you have to examine your thought processes. That's where it all starts. What is a thought process? A thought process is the mental chatter that is in your mind. How are you thinking every day? Are you having a I can do, I can learn, I can achieve, I can make this work approach? Or are you having I don't know if, wonder if I can? I'm not sure what if I don't. Your mindset is heavily weighted on your mental processes. What goes through your mind mentally? Your thoughts. What is it that you're thinking about? How do you view your life? How do you view the world? What is your relationship to what happen out there, the things that happen, and how do you understand or what do you accept life to be? People all accept different things in life. For example, if you're planning to go into the car industry and to sell cars to get you to $5 million a year in this luxury car and this luxury house that you want to get, how are you thinking about it? Let's say you're thinking that, hey, I'm going to go into this business and I'm going to sell this thing. And you look around you and you start it out. You see someone, you save $3,000. You see somebody with a $2,000, $3,500 car. And you're like, okay, I'm going to buy this car tomorrow morning and I'm going to sell this car for $4,000, and that's my first $1,000. I'm going to go to the auction. I'm going to buy something for $4,000, a car. I got this auction license. I'm going to buy this car for $4,000. And now I'm going to sell this one for $7,000. Evening when you're heading home from work and you start to look around, and now your brain is aligned to seeing cars that are being sold. You pass through 7 communities and you see 8 cars by this roadside, looking better than you were trying to buy, to sell, and you now start to doubt and say, oh wow, look at all these people selling all these cars. How am I going to sell this one? Should I use my $3,500 to sell this? And what am I thinking that I've saved my only $3,500? And what if I have that car for too long and it doesn't sell, and this auction passes and I can't get into the auction, and then it's going to be 4 months again before this auction come up, and I'm going to miss that opportunity, and then it will be a year and I wouldn't have made any money yet. Wonder if there's a better way to make money with this $3,500. Why don't I buy some cryptocurrency? Because I hear many people talking that the market is going to go up, and I've watched, and you're now totally gone off base. You're totally unfocused. You are allowing something external to stimulate your thoughts and to alter your thoughts, and instead of you thinking to find more information to further understand the business you're going into, you're now trying to find a reason to flip out of it. You're becoming unsettled in your head. That's what mindset is all about. How do you identify what you want, or where you want to go, or what you want to do, or what you want to change? And how do you process it in your mind? Is the way you're processing it aligned with a proven way of how people do things? I show you a practical example. They were interviewing Elon Musk, and he said that when he was trying to do SpaceX, and he told a friend what he was going to do, his friend went ahead and compiled a DVD of hundreds of rockets blowing up and burning. Just never made it to space, just never made it off the ground. And he said he watched it, and he still went and did SpaceX. And you and I know what SpaceX is today. That is the correct mindset, because he had a plan, and instead of allowing 10,000 other things to come in and tell him what he can and cannot do, he went out there and he found a way to make it work. So when you're out here and people talking about mindset and what is needed, you have to have the correct mindset and all that stuff. They mean what mindset means. Your mindset means how you think through a problem, and is the way that you're thinking a proven way of getting to the goal that you want to get to. And what are some of the proven foundational principles? It is a I can do mindset. It is a I can learn mindset. It is a I am human, so everything human is possible for me too. Is it I can figure it out? Is I will be okay? Is it is a risk, there will be struggles, there will be problems, I can figure it out? Is it I'm not sure how it will play out. I want to do it in 6, but I don't know if it will be in 10, 12 or 24 months. But I am willing to go on this journey. I'm willing to follow a model, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes until I get to my goal. I'm willing to change my direction, but I still have my destination as my central focus point. That's what a mindset means. That's what the correct mindset means. That's what they mean when they're telling you that it is a mindset. A mindset is your mental processes. How do you think through your daily actions and decisions? Are you thinking in a growth, I will figure it out, I learn, it's gonna happen, there is a way, I will find a way? Or are you thinking of, I'm not so sure, what if, why I am, what? if you can't quiet that side of your mind, because it is there, you can't make it go away. If you can't elevate the positive side above the negative side, if you can't identify that it is there and go the opposite direction, then you have a loser's mindset. Because that mindset is going to always take you around in a circle, and you will always lack the confidence and the will to go for what you want, despite how grim and dull and crazy it seems. Thought I'd take the time to explain mindset to you, because what we have out here is most people have a mindset that is not enlightened enough or fully aligned to their potential, and people are linking their confidence to their potential, and that's something that is totally separate. Because when you start out, there's no evidence upon which to base something to build, to have the confidence in, but you have to understand that there is a potential there, and regardless of how you feel about that potential, it is there. So you can go beyond, which is only a decision. You can decide to go beyond how you feel and actually do what you know is possible for you. As Les Brown would say, most people suffer from possibility blindness, so they never get to realize what is possible for them. So mindset is how you think through the journey that you're on and the goals that you have in life. Have a great day, guys. Always a pleasure. Thanks for listening. See you on the next podcast.